Hey guys, welcome back. Another Digital Gate Studios production. We got Jordan here. It's his grand debut on the channel. We're so excited. We've been dying to have you. I mean, you've been with us since the very beginning, guys. You don't understand.
The last of the OGs.
Last of the OGs. So what do you got for us today?
So today I got something spicy. I got AncientWisemon.
Ooh.
You beat me with it in pre-release. I was very bitter about it because I knew what the card did. He explained what the card did, and yet I decided to attack anyway, even though I had ways to get around it. And then he just flooded the board. So I was like, oh, that's like because he was playing like Agumon with it and the Greymon line.
Yeah.
So yeah, he wanted to beat me. And he got third. Or you got third or second, right?
Second at the pre-release.
He got second, deservedly. So yeah. So yeah, I decided to play it, kind of, toy around with it a little bit.
Actually build a deck of it. I'm jealous because this list kicks ass, man. This is an awesome list. I'm loving it. I'm so glad you're here sharing it with everybody.
Well, especially because you're a Mega Zoo player.
Yes,
and this is very along the lines of Mega Zoo. So we'll just get into it right now. So obviously the best egg in black Pokemon. I mean, I'm not playing a lot of rookies, but I mean, just in general.
Yeah.
Put the pre-release one right there. Yeah. Pokemon, I mean, you just get the draw. Unfortunately, with this deck, as we get through it a little later, it can whiff, but ideally it does not. So the only rookies, like I said, I'm playing are AncientWisemon.
That's the only. You're only playing 4? For some reason I thought you were playing a little bit more. Okay, I love it though. I love it.
No, I mean, you get that easy draw, and with an amount of level 4s, like maybe Digivolve on it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you just want to raise it and get the piercing because it is hybrids, and those who know. The Ancient line is all 13K.
That makes so much sense, though.
So I'm gonna get into some odd cards that might seem out of place, but they're gonna make sense a little later. So our first level 4, it's not a hybrid. Gardevoir. What's your opinion on this card? Like just looking at it,
it's one of those cards that when I saw it in EX2, I was like, okay, I can kind of see how that has some use, but I've never found the room for it. I could see like black blockers really taking advantage of that card, but I haven't unfortunately had the most greatest experience with it.
Yeah, biggest thing with me is the on play. I mean,
yeah.
So you're him alone, you're getting a 7K blocker.
Yeah.
If you just play him by himself. Just for the meme, Grumblemon.
I mean, you're basically a black hybrid deck, right?
Yeah, but I mean, how many times have you heard Grumble for game playing against a Dark Knight deck?
That's the best way to win, right?
Thanks. With that said, we will get into the hybrids. So Mercurymon, great hybrid. On play and when Digivolving it becomes blocker or anything else becomes blocker.
Yeah.
Blocker is huge right now, I feel, just because a lot of little dudes are coming out. You got you got the Imperial Bond deck with the searchers.
Oh yeah.
You got Agumon, Wargrey, all those little guys searching out Guillemon. So having a blocker kind of stalls for a little bit. And especially if you somehow paired it with the Gardevoir, you get a bigger blocker.
Yep.
Or 2 blockers. With that comes the next hybrid, Sephirothmon. This card alone won me pre-releases, multiple rounds, multiple matches. Nobody really understands the effect of having the attack started main unless you played against what was it? Your brother loves the deck. With Breakdramon and all that. Examon.
Examon. Yeah.
So with Examon was like the only deck that you saw it against, and it was in EX3, and nobody plays it anymore.
Yeah.
Like you had that one block of EX3, and you saw Examon then. I think it did top 32 recent, like in the last like regionals and stuff like that. But but ultimately, like this effect alone is just insane. And the thing is, they can keep digivolving on each other. So if you're starting to brick, but you see these cards in your hand, you're just gonna make a fat stack. And
there you go. Yep.
So from 0 to 1 to 0, blocker, you have to attack, because that stops almost anything right now that stops your opponent from making a stack. I mean, this is as simple as that. So with that going forward, we're going into a level 5s. So we got Gogmamon. I like it just because it's simple level. It's a simple 5 drop. 8K.
Great card. Huge stat line. I love that number. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're a big... If I could have put it in there with a Footmon on it, but he's an 8 cost. Doesn't really fit the deck. Because the 2 Digivolve cost is big. That's the thing about this. You got to get your head around just dropping big bombs.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, get in your own way. You have to be able to risk it. because sometimes your opponent doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like we're playing some casuals and people are like, "You gave me 8 memory in my first turn." Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one of the main staples, obviously, Wisemon.
Ooh.
You want to play this card. You don't want to Digivolve. You can. If you really need the draw, Digivolve. But you want to be able to play it. Reveal top 3, add 1 purple or black Digimon card to your hand, and bottom deck the rest.
That makes sense.
Inheritable blocker. This card may seem out of place now too, but Batsumon.
This was that card that once you explained it, I was like, it's genius, guys. You're going to love this.
Yeah. 6 drop, 6K, but the inheritable is pretty big. All turns plus 1K DP.
Yep.
So your level 6s and 7s just get that extra little edge.
Yeah.
Very, very important when it comes to Crimson Blaze.
Yes.
If you're playing against like Guilmon that has the plus 1K DP buff, because all your 5s are weak except for this guy, which is kind of unfortunate, but ultimately you want to just Digivolve. So I'm playing one of this guy, Ancient Pokemon. D-Digivolve is big. I mean, it's pretty simple card. When he gets deleted, you get to play your level 4 hybrid, which
you have a good number.
Yeah, and then you play this out with your blocker. You get your blocker, which you're not going to see. And then, like I said, AncientWisemon.
Great card.
Like I said, you beat me in pre-release because of this card. When you're on opponent's turn, when your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Play 1 black card with a play cost of 6 or less among them, and trash the rest. Trashing is scary, but it is what it is. And the good news is this will combo with with everything, but obviously him that I've shown so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So Gardramon is big. I like it comboing with Gardramon.
But now that makes a lot more sense having that Gardramon because you can play it for free, buff anything you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So even if they're swinging here at your AncientWisemon, they're when attacking the opponent's turn trigger is going to happen first. You don't have to declare blocks yet. And then you drop your Gardramon, and so you can either decide, I don't want to block with the Gardramon if they have another body, but I can buff AncientWise.
Yep.
So AncientWise now, if you have it on here, a 17K.
Yeah, that's huge.
They're dead. If they already declared the attack, and you do this and hit the Gardramon, their Digimon's dead. And then you also have an extra blocker just in case they're trying to hybrid out, do anything like that. Very, very good. And of course, when it gets deleted, you get to play a level 4 hybrid, which again, this becomes a blocker if you can play it, and then you can Digivolve here next turn. Started their main phase, they have to attack if they have a Digimon on board. They can't Digivolve. As soon as they raise, as soon as they hatch, it's go time.
That makes so much sense. I love it.
Obviously, because it's black, Omnimon's War defeat. You just gotta have the one.
Okay, just one. Interesting.
Just one, because everything just trashes security now.
Yeah. That, and I kind of like this because you can delete tamers.
Right,
so you get a lot of advantage of deleting tamers in this format right now. So that makes sense.
And typically you're just crashing it anyway to take off another body. But there's just so much trashing security right now. It's just hard to play options. It's hard to get them security Digimon in there. Obviously, because it is black, Death X. I mean, you almost put 2 in every deck.
Super spicy content over here. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot tell you with this next card how many times I got. I'm ultra bitter about our last locals because this was the lockdown combo of the night.
Ooh.
Quartzmon and Death X.
Oh my goodness, yes. You in our playtesting, you were messing me up bad with this deck with this card.
Yeah, Quartzmon is insane. Because not only can it go on 6s. Ideally you don't want to because it is green. It's gonna be you gotta galaxy brain it. You gotta understand the ratios. You gotta understand what's in your hand. Hopefully you can feel it out. Because right here, it synergizes. So it has save and text.
Blew my mind, guys. It blew my mind when he was going from Betsumon into Quartz. I was like, are you serious right now?
Yeah. And then I love it. It's 16K now.
Yep. He's huge.
So, it's 9, but you can hard play Quartzmon and it will still win you the game if they don't have removal. They're right removal. Because I'm not as baller as Jesse and Jeff. I got half and half all tarts and not.
Shut up.
So you got Izzy. Izzy's a huge staple in this deck. He's arguably the best black tamer in this game. Fixes your stack. He can play off the Ancient Wise. So if your opponent sets you to 0, or if they're set to 0, they swing. You play the Izzy off AncientWisemon, hit the the 3 black cards.
Yep.
Turns over.
Yeah.
And then you get set to 3. So, and I hit you with that too, and it's like, really?
I was like, "Are you serious? I didn't even know I could do that." I thought
Yeah.
I loved AncientWise, and now it's just like, okay, I love him more.
Yeah, and so I mean, of course, that gives you more fodder for your hybrids. And then again, we got Izzy and Joe. Again, I think it's always a toss up which black tamer is better. I really, really like this one
That's a good tamer.
because if you don't have, for whatever reason, a hybrid in hand at the time of these getting deleted, you can suspend this and hope that you can get one.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So, be careful. But again, and it kind of locks your opponent down too. Because they're like, do I really want, especially if these are odds, like, do I really want to give that much memory? Because regardless, you're going to 3. But even if I set you to 5, you're still gaining the 2.
Yep.
So, like, it really chokes your opponent, really makes them think. And especially when you're locking them down with this, you're like, it's so crazy how many like little combos it is. It's a lot of nuance. It does take a lot of play testing. Like I've finagled this thing so many times. It's been through like 5 iterations. Just because you can't have any black deck without it, any actual color deck. Black memory boost.
So good.
Yeah, you can whiff on Quartz, but if you're only relying on Quartzmon,
yeah, you have other strategies in your deck.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can grab Death X. Again, off Ancient Wise, you can grab Death X. You can, or not Ancient Wise. Sorry, excuse me. You can't grab Death X, but you can grab, like, your Izzy's, play out your Joes. It's because I'm looking at another card later on that you can grab. That'll help you out. 1 Kongu for flavor.
Makes a lot of sense.
Especially with the way, I mean, like, the Shine Gray plays. You can have the Marcus. Also with the way what is it, Hunters, obviously.
Yeah.
Hunters, a lot of 4, a lot of 5 dudes swinging at you. So it just locks them down for a turn if you're lucky. If not, I mean, it's not a big deal. It's also one of those ones you're not going to be upset getting trashed.
Yep.
Iron Fisted, just because, I mean, if you're dealing against, hopefully Quartz and Death X aren't out at the same time.
Yeah.
But you can take out one of them. Hopefully it's the Quartz that you get taken out, because game ends once Quartzmon hits the board. And then the very, very tech heavy card that I locked down. I had to knock it down to 1. I wanted to play 3, but it's down to 1. We'll just throw it on top there. Blue card.
Okay. So for those who don't know what the blue card does, what does the blue card do?
So when it gets checked in security, you play a tamer from hand. Again, you can make it your turn again if you drop Izzy. If it's 0 memory, they check. You drop Izzy, hit it. It's your turn now at 3.
Man.
And then so what it does is reveal top 5 cards. You have to have a tamer to not meet the color requirements, because obviously I'm not playing any white. But reveal top 5 cards. You may Digivolve one of your Digimon into one non-white Digimon card.
Oh.
So the rest of it is, if you don't, add 1 Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So it can go into any deck, which is nice. Because if it is a white Digimon and you really need it, like an Omnimon or Omnimon's Swart Defeat, if I can't Digivolve but I see this, I can still grab that.
You can put it in your hand.
I just can't Digivolve. But like, to be able to Digivolve for 3, if I have the Betsumon out, I can go into the Quartz for 3.
That's crazy.
Death X on here for 3. Like, it can really help out in that situation. Like I said, you have to understand like where you're sitting at, what board state looking at, what your hands looking at. You have to really monitor it all. Because if I'm sitting on like 3 of these and I haven't seen these, you best believe I'm dropping blue card. Because 5, because you're already start of the game is 80% of your deck is left.
Yep.
So you're hoping it's not in security, but if it is, that's bad. But ultimately, you have 5 other hits you can really hit off a 6, even a 5, because Quartz can go on here. So it's a very fun deck. It takes a lot of teching, takes a lot of practice to understand how the ratios work. It does suck when you go against those hard matchups, like that it pops everything 6 or less. But like you said in an earlier video, you can't prepare for every single deck.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And if you that's why I like these, just because.
I know, I love the Gogma. It makes so much sense, especially because it's within that same threshold of Ancient Wise. So like they just played out an 8,000 K body. Like that's insane.
Yeah, and it was kind of hard to like not want to take something else out to play like 2 more in here. But
your room is so tight, right?
And the issue you can run into is draw.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but that makes it nice that these can just keep going on top of each other. So you make a big old stack.
Yeah.
And you just hopefully you can draw to something useful. But it's a lot of on play. You gotta not be afraid to give your opponent security, or memory, excuse me. And then, I mean, because these are big bodies. Even in this format, unless you're playing against like Wargrey,
yeah,
it's gonna be very difficult. I mean, yeah, Guillaume or Gallantmon can pop them too, but you're getting a body.
Yeah, you're still getting that body.
So if you get a body in like any of these bodies, and especially if you can play a blocker, you're like, all right, cool. Because they were thinking, oh, I'm gonna swing for game. I'm gonna swing at the big guy, and then my little level 4s are gonna come out, or my level 3s are gonna swing for game. But if you can drop this, and it's like, okay, well, I'm losing one of them.
Yeah.
So I got to rethink my strategy, or yeah. So and that's on top of the when attacking trigger.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you can get four blockers here, 4 blockers here. Like you get the on plays from this. Like it's so endless how many combos you can do, and that's why I cut down the options because you can't play these on that search.
Got it.
So I'm very happy with it. I think it's fun. Like I said, getting these 2 out together is a nightmare for anybody.
That's what happened to me earlier.
Yeah, and like it's happened to me. It happened to me 2 games in a row at locals. That was extremely better, and it wasn't even like. And they were good decks. So, I mean, try it out. Have some fun with it. Tweet if you guys make any good tweaks to it. Let us know. I'm always open to changing some ratios and seeing what works. But right now, I'm like pretty happy with this. Give you guys a simple idea of how the deck works, how it plays, and we finally got some black hybrids. Some decent black hybrids.
Yes, you've been trying to do black hybrids for so long.
It's been ridiculous.
I know. I tried it too. It was fun, but this is cool.
And we were just talking. There's no black hybrid tamers, so we don't get any cool inheritables like the red and the blue. Like it's such a mess, and it's always fun to force. And especially when you can beat somebody with a deck like this, it's like a D tier deck, but they're not gonna expect it.
Yep.
I guarantee you take this to your locals and you play it. They're not gonna know what is going on. They'll be like, he dropped, giving me 6, 8, 7 memory. Like he's just trashing cards. Like what is happening? You drop this, they're gonna be like, I don't know what this dude's playing. Turn 1, you drop this. If you get these in your opening hand, like you turn 1, drop that. Oh, okay.
Like why'd you do that?
Nobody plays that card. It's not, Omni Shout. It's not that safe. And then you do this, I'd be like, oh, I guess I'll scoop.
Okay. Yeah.
So thanks for checking out this deck. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you thought, if you don't, oh well. I mean, it's here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, guys, let us know in the comments that you guys want to see Jordan more often. We're super glad to have him here finally on the channel. And stay tuned. I think we're doing one more deck here too. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.